Hello, everyone, and welcome to my once weekly show. My name is Michelle Marie, and I am both a Vedic and Western astrologer as well as a tarot and oracle card reader. And welcome. I'm so glad that you all are here with me tonight. I hope you've been taking very good care of yourselves, and because the astrology that we're moving through right now is intense, precise, and very revealing. So, over the past several weeks, we've been talking about the February 17th solar eclipse and the March 3rd lunar eclipse, and how those eclipses will begin to expose what was already set in motion, especially in terms of global systems, leadership, and collective power structures. So now, as we look at the headlines coming in day after day, we can clearly see those themes unfolding. Now, we're seeing a rise in geopolitical tension, economic pressure, extreme weather reports and events, increasing polarization, unfortunately, both globally and in the Los Estados Unidos, the United States. So, from a Vedic astrology perspective, this is not random. I've been talking about this for the last 3 years. If you look at my older videos, especially big changes are coming, everything I said 1 to 2 years ago is coming into fruition. It's because, not because I'm just sitting there like pulling it down. No, it's because eclipses act like a cosmic spotlight. And if you're able to understand each nakshatra, how it works, what it represents, how the planets interact, they illuminate what's been hidden, and they can accelerate events that were already building beneath the surface. So it's kind of a way of looking into secrets. So what's important to understand now is that we are very much inside this eclipse window. We're moving through a very concentrated planetary energy between Aquarius and Pisces. We're now fully moving into Pisces. And these are two signs that govern our collective systems, our technology, our media, our leadership, and our emotional body and humanity itself. So we just had a Mercury retrograde. We're out of it now. Thank you, God and Goddess. It was at war with Mars, so that was interesting. It created a lot of confusion, conflict, miscommunications, something that we have seen reflected in our media cycles, online discourse, and even diplomatic relations. So we have had Mercury also moving close to Rahu. Rahu is the north node who causes eclipses, along with Ketu. And that amplified a lot of misinformation, that put a lot of psychological pressure on the collective, and caused some mass reactions to occur. So, and then we layer on top of that a period of what's called Kalsarpa Yoga. That's when all of the planets caught between Rahu, the north node, and Ketu, the south node. And this creates a feeling that events are moving very quickly, they're fated, like we're being pulled through a very specific karmic timeline. So now we move into the rest of the month and into the next month, and things are not exactly going to slow down, but they will shift a little bit. So we've had a very spiritual new moon in Pisces, which opened up the portal for karmic closure, emotional release, and inner reflection. And coming up, we're going to see continued activity in Pisces. And that includes important alignments involving Saturn, the Sun, Mercury, and Mars. So Pisces is not just a gentle, dreamy sign. It's the place where things end so that something new can begin. So while the outer world may look chaotic right now, there is a deep spiritual clearing happening beneath it all. And at the same time, it's one of my favorite times of the year, we are in the sacred window of Navaratri, and those are the 9 nights of the Divine Mother, specifically Goddess Parvati, Durga, and all of her forms. So this is something that Jonathan and I have been observing every morning in addition to our regular mantra practice for the planets. And I can tell you, it brings us so much peace, protection, and pure spiritual, strength during times like this. Because to know that the light is returning brings us that divine feminine, that Shakti, that force that creates and sustains, and it's just a transformative universal energy. So I hope that you've been tapping into that. And you've signed up for my newsletter, you got the mantras for that as well as colors and what to do with your altar and everything else. So know that Navaratri reminds us that the light is always being restored. The flame is ever going. So as we move through the rest of March, the key is not to fear what's coming. It's to be aware, it's to be grounded, and it's to be in alignment, especially spiritually. So stay informed, try not to overwhelm your beautiful nervous system, and stay engaged, but don't lose your center. Try to ground as much as you can. Okay? Because astrology doesn't just show us what's going to happen, it shows us how to navigate it within ourselves. That's why I turn to it for peace. It helps me prepare. So before I get into tonight's readings, I want to let you all know that next Monday, I'm going to be starting the show about 30 minutes earlier, and I'll be giving a full astrology report for the month of April by sign. So it'll be by rising moon and sun. And then we're going to move into readings as usual with the wonderful Gerald from Tarot Stash. So I'm really looking forward to next week. So if you want a deeper look at what the month of April is going to hold for you personally, make sure to join me a little earlier next week. Okay? So let's take a breath. Let's ground ourselves. Before we move into tonight's readings, and if you have a question, go ahead and drop it in the chat. If you'd like priority, you can use the links in the description, as well as in the chat if you're joining me from YouTube. Know that tips do get priority. And let's see what the cards and the stars have to say tonight for us. So I want to say a hi to a few of you in the audience. Oh my goodness, so many wonderful people coming in. The lovely Sybil is joining us. It's great to see you, Sybil. Venus is here. Thank you for helping out tonight, Venus. I appreciate you. Laura is here. It's lovely to see you, Laura. I hope you're doing well. And then let's see. And a birthday reading, of course. I'll go ahead and ask your question, dear, and I'll go ahead and put you in the chat, okay? And yes, happy birthday, Laura. Oh, that's wonderful. Cheers to many more wonderful years around the sun. Oh, everyone's wishing you happy birthday. We have the greatest audience. Woohoo, April reading. Good to see you, some patients. Yes. So 4 days post-op second shoulder recovery. Oh my goodness. So you are 4 days post-op on your second shoulder rotator cuff reattachment. That's intense. My prayers are with you, honey. That you are such a warrior. Oh my goodness. For the next week's reading. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, pay attention to your rising sign because that rules your body and that'll help you see what's coming. Okay. You got it, Laura. Getting your question in. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing really well. This has been a really intense week. Like I said last Monday, our entire apartment flooded and we have yet to have maintenance come up and fix it. So it's been interesting. And I know it's part of Jonathan Saturn return. So I'm trying to be, Saturn opposition. So I'm trying to be patient through it all. But it's hard when you don't have things working and something you turn on could burst a pipe or something like that. So, but we are dealing. We're very happy here in Mexico. As you can see, we have a beautiful view. And it's a safe place to live. So we're very happy here to be here. So the furniture is not on blocks. We just had to move it around. And luckily, because every time Jonathan has Saturn aspect one of his planets, we have a water event, and so all of our furniture is about an inch or more above the ground. Because we moved here and we had to get furniture. And yeah, so it wasn't too bad. So we didn't get, luckily, no area rugs and things like that. So it's just very simple. We live very simply. So it's good to see you, Garnet. Lovely to see you all. And then, oh, wow, Laura had a total reverse shoulder replacement. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wow, that is a lot to deal with. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and definitely get your questions in the chat. I'm happy to answer them for you. And thanks so much for joining me tonight, guys. I really hope that your week was somewhat peaceful, especially if you're still in Los Estados Unidos. And then you wouldn't be able to handle the elevator in my space. Okay. Are you afraid of like small spaces or like heights or something like that, Rachel? I'm not really sure. Yeah, go ahead and ask your question, dear. I'd love to read about the apartment. So I already have 2 coming in. Let's see. The lovely Rachel, you are first, and then Laura is second. Okay. 1111. Thank you, Laura. That's my anniversary, so I love that you picked that that number. Okay. All right. And then, oh, Miss Myrita is here. Oh, thank you for joining us. It's lovely to see you. I hope you're doing well. It's been an interesting month in Jyotish, hasn't it, darling? Oh my gosh, it's been so intense. And then, let's see. You can't do elevators. I hear you. Okay, gotcha. You know, if you're coming from a place of kindness and goodwill, and you don't wish any harm on anyone, I think that's okay. Okay. All right. So Rachel, I'm getting your question in. Good to see you, John. Welcome, welcome. And then, okay, getting your question in, Andrea. Now we're going with tippers first, and then we're going in order, just to let everybody know. And yes, some patients, I broke both my legs, both my elbows, tore and severed tendons in both shoulders in fall and August, but I'm doing so much better. That is so much. That is just, again, where our continued mantras are with you, some patients. Oh my goodness. And Gina, it is so great to have you here. I know, are you still in the UK? It is definitely late for you. We appreciate your presence with us here. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's go with the Rachel first. Okay. Rachel says, my question, I saw apartment 453 in building 575 today, and I would love a reading for it. May 1 move-in. Okay. 449 was also in the running, and 453 is facing to a trail and quieter. Well, wow, that sounds great. So what I'll do is I will do a call. I'll do cards for each one, okay? One. So this would be for 453, and then 449. Okay. And then 453. Oh, well, thank you, Gina. I appreciate it so much. And Sybil, I got your question in. Thank you. Okay, I'm getting clear cards for you here. Okay, so 453. Let's go with this one. 4, 5. Come on, guys. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. And then 449. I'm doing a astrology card and a tarot card for each one. And then 453. That's clear. Okay. Well, I got a story for each apartment for you. Okay, Rachel? And you're welcome, honey. Okay. Good night, Gina. Have a wonderful night, dear. I hope you sleep well. Okay, so Miss Rachel, for 453, the first card I got was Scorpio. Okay, this is death, rebirth, and transformation. So there's going to be a lot of transformative events that happen here, okay, in this apartment. I got 3 of Cups reversed, meaning you may not like the neighbors. They may not jive with you very well because this is the not so great satsang or company card. Okay, satsang is keeping good company. When this comes up upside down, it tells me that there might be people in and around that particular unit that you don't necessarily get along with. Okay, they could be making noise, they could be partying, it could be something like that. Okay, now the second apartments, let's see, 449. I got the 6th house of service to others. So there might be someone in and around that unit that needs a little help. Okay. And then I got the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords isn't a bad card. It just means that it'll be a place where you can get a lot of ideas, a lot of inspiration. You'll be able to study a little easier there, but there may be a neighbor that needs a little bit of help. Again, this is the card of service. It's also the card of daily routine. So this is, in my opinion, the best cards that I got. Now, here is the worst one, okay? This is for 453. I got Saturn. Caution, caution, there could be something going on with that apartment that's not really great. I got the Emperor reversed, okay? So this could be a previous tenant or someone above or below you that's going to cause some problems. This is someone with a lot of ego issues, okay, that's not willing to take responsibility for their actions. So I would say the best one would be 449 based on the cards that I got. And then let me just pull a card to see if you should keep looking. Okay. Should she keep looking? What do you guys think? Okay. Okay. They say don't fight it. Go with the flow. You have time. Okay. So this is not going to be a bad move for you, but at the same time, there's not a lot of competition in the market, is what I see. And you keep looking if you'd like to. Okay. Yes, and Miss Marita is correct. 449 is 8 associated with Saturn. I told Rachel that on Facebook Messenger the other day. 453 adds to 12 and 3, which is associated with Jupiter. That is correct. Yes. And let me actually look at your numerology, Rachel. I'm going to pull you up really quick. Because, let's see, Rachel, there you are. Okay. So you are a 4, which is Rahu. Okay. So Rahu doesn't really get along with Saturn, but Jupiter is really good for Rahu. They form a Guru Chandala Yoga, so that's not bad. But I would definitely say that the cards point toward the second apartment. Okay. I would keep looking, but if you had to choose, I would go with 449. Okay. If you had to choose. Okay. All right. It is fun trivia, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So we actually live in a Jupiter apartment here. It adds up to a 3. And my Jonathan is Jupiter. I'm Mars. And Mars gets along with Jupiter. So it's a good thing because I'm a 9. So yeah, I love that you know that, Marita. And you're welcome, Rachel. I hope that was helpful here. All right. But yeah, just keep looking in the meantime. You might find something even better. But yeah, that's the energy that I got in and around each place. Okay, Miss Lovely Laura, you are next. Happy birthday, dear. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. You got some good things coming your way. I'm so glad that your birthday didn't fall on an eclipse this year. Whenever I see someone on Facebook or my social media and they're like, it's my birthday, and there's an eclipse going on, I'm going, okay. I'm like, you want a reading? Because those are really intense. I had a good friend of mine he had his birthday on an eclipse, and I said, buckle up. It was intense. And he was like, nothing happened on the day. And I'm like, give it a year. So it takes a while because all the planets have to go over the point, and oh my drama. I had one go over my birthday, and I believe 2018. What a year, you guys. That was so intense. I lost my job. We lost our main apartment. I lost my pups, my dogs. Oh God, we lost our car because it just broke down. It was bad. It was a crazy year for us. So I'm glad that you weren't born during the eclipses this year, Laura. That's a good thing. Eclipses are intense. They bring a lot of karmic, crazy energy. So, all right, let's see. Really, you guys? Let's back in and see if I get it again. No, they want me to use this deck. That's why. Okay. For some reason, my main tarot is like, nah, we're good. Okay. Ooh, I got some good things coming for you, Laura. I like getting cards like this. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, okay. We got a little bit of a warning at the end, but you got some good things coming this year, okay? So this is a year, Miss Laura, that they really want you to tap into your emotional state. What makes you feel good and at home and nurtured and protected? The moon is all about our inner personality. It's what we don't really show the world. We show the world our sun sign, which is a little bit of our rising because that represents our body and what we look like. But our sun sign is what we're comfortable showing other people, what we're comfortable projecting. The moon that's reserved for close friends and family. Okay, so they want you to really nurture this part of yourself this year. And then I got the third house. The third house is about communication. So communicating what you need emotionally and intuitively, when it comes to what's best for your life path this year, communicate it. The third house is also short-term trips and planning. So maybe doing some discovery trips, doing some short little trips to areas that you're looking at possibly moving to, okay? This is also about picking up the phone and getting in touch with people that bring out this beautiful lunar energies, people that you feel safe in and around emotionally. So that is there, okay? Then I got the Four of Wands. I love getting this card. This is my happy celebration card, okay? It's a lot of people say it represents weddings, celebrations, get-togethers with people that we love. It's a very beautiful, festive, emotionally satisfying card. And the moon rules the fourth house. So this is all about your inner life meeting with your outer life in a very positive, emotional, and intuitive way this year. You really want to focus on that inner self, developing it, keeping it safe. Okay, the reason I say that is we got a couple of warning cards this year. You might have someone greedy in your environment. Okay, I got the greed card. Now, whenever I get this card, it tells me that there is someone in your environment that is putting their needs, their wants above your basic needs. Okay, so this is Ashwatthama, and he is, his gifts became curses because he had unchecked cravings and rage. So he had power without restraint, and it led to some devastation. Okay, so his story is warning against excess driven by fear. Okay, so avoid people who are possessive, who are a little entitled, who like to disrupt harmony. Practice moderation in your own life, and you'll be able to kind of repel some of that energy. Know that stress and excess can affect your vitality this year because you're focusing on your intuitive state, that inner emotional state. So you can restore that balance through disciplining yourself. And know that true strength lies in knowing when enough is enough and setting those beautiful boundaries. So that's the main energy I got there. Now, once you realize that this energy has been in and around your environment, am I paused? Can you guys hear me? I'm okay over here. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Okay, you can hear me at least. That's good. And I apologize if I'm frozen, but you can hear me. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me see here. And Rama, I go ahead and got your question in, okay? There I am. I'm real time now. Yeah, I've been having some issues with the internet. It's been interesting. Okay. Well, okay, so we talked about the greed card. All right. So this is something that you just need to be aware of for this year. Okay. And I also do birthday readings. I actually look at what's called your Varshapal chart and your Tithi Pravesh. And what that tells me is it's a chart for the year annually. And so it gives me kind of that underlying energy that you can expect for the year. So I have that too. Now, once you find out that you might have been taken advantage of a little bit, do not just forgive and move on. Okay, don't try to act out vengeance. If you're carrying any rejection, heartbreak that's blocking your ability to then pursue those healthy relationships with people, just let go of expectations and move away from the energy of this greedy person. Okay, avoid retaliation. Vengeance is not worth your time. It's not worth your beautiful lunar energy. So just make sure that you're re-examining your health goals. You're forgiving yourself for any mistakes. Stay positive, especially if something's not meeting your expectations. And when your plans go awry, do not dwell in failure. Forgive and move on. Okay, so that's the main energy I got for your birthday. Hopefully you guys can still hear me because I can see I'm frozen again. So I'm sorry about that. Maybe I'll move my computer a little bit and see if that works. Yeah, all right. So hopefully I'm okay. So you said it happened. I removed them from my life. I'm having a hard time forgiving yourself. Okay, so here's what happens when you forgive other people. what it does is it opens up the possibility that they were just a lesson in your life and that they were literally there to teach you something about yourself. I've had to work through a lot of forgiveness as well. It's it's not easy, but instead of seeing the person as an enemy, so to speak, what I decided to do was I imagined the divine looking back at me through that person, like operating the controls and saying, what lesson am I trying to teach you through this person's actions, through what they're doing? Learn the lesson. You will still keep getting those lessons. Like, for instance, Jonathan and I were talking about this the other day. He kept getting the same lesson over and over again, like through people, and he would just get upset. And I said, look, if you actually stand up to this person, if you actually stand up for us, become like a barrier in the situation, you won't get as many of these incidents happening. And he managed to finally do that, and it was really cool. I have a lot of lessons that I'm still learning too. That's why we're in these neat bodies that are built for suffering, and we're all actually just beautiful orbs of light that are borrowed from divine energy, but we're in these bodies, these limiting adjuncts, to learn these lessons. So thank God for the lesson, and then just move on and set boundaries in the future, and know that they're going to come to you in many names and forms and test you, and sometimes it's going to get even harder as you get older and take those lessons really seriously. Okay. Oh, and thank you, Laura. Appreciate you, honey. Okay, good to see you, Ryan. Welcome. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry about the paused screen, guys. That's interesting. Okay. It happens every now and then. Okay, so let me check here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go in order. And then let's see. Oh, March 27th. Oh, so exciting. Well, it's like less than a week away. That's great. All right. Not on a eclipse day, not on a crazy day. That's good. There's not too much going on that day, so that's good for the year for you. But yeah, you're always welcome to get a reading. I love giving birthday readings. They're so much fun. And I can tell you what the health is going to be like and everything else. It's really interesting. Okay, so Andrea, are you here? Guidance with child and dealings with her father. Okay. Are you here? Are you here? Please check in. Miss Andrea, please check in. And then after Andrea is the lovely Sybil. And then we have Mama. Okay, Andrea's here. Yay. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull some cards regarding dealings with the father. Hey, sweetie, can you get me my tea? Thank you, babe. Have it in my tarot stash. Okay, nothing there. Let's see if this deck likes me today. Dealings with dad. Let's see. Oh, this has not been easy on you, honey. Okay. Oh, it's a little full. Yeah, sorry about that. Thanks, babe. Okay. That's very clear. Oh, goodness. You are dealing with it. I'm sorry, dear. Oh, okay. I got a happy ending for you, Andrea. I got a happy ending for you. I love seeing that. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, this is Tarot Stashes month. I like to support his channel. He'll be on with me next week. We're gonna have a lot of fun doing readings. He is he's a good friend, and he's very creative and fun, and he's got really great shows. Lots of creativity in his shows. Okay, let's see the storyline here. All right. Okay. All right, my dear. So the first card I got for you, okay, it's a bit, it kind of tells me what your emotional state is in around this particular person. I got the Nine of Swords, okay? Now, can you guys see me, or am I still frozen, sweetie?
Just now.
Just now? Okay. I apologize for being frozen. Okay. So the Nine of Swords is a card of anxiety, a card of intrusive thoughts. It brings a lot of, it can bring insomnia, worry, and guilt. Okay. Now, when this comes up, it's asking you to really focus on that beautiful third eye. And because you're kind of going through a war of the mind with this particular person. Okay. And again, I apologize for the issues with the connection. All right. Then I got, this is kind of the energy that is causing your nightmares. I got the devil. Okay. So there's an inverted pentacle on his chest. I know you can't see the card, but this is all about power twisted into bondage, temptation. This is a false authority. Okay. This is someone who is very lustful. They use a lot of negativity, things like that. But know that you are breaking the chains here. Okay. You're breaking free from a relationship that is harmful in your life because he came up upside down. Okay. There is, yes, a false sense of power there. There might be some infidelity, some other things going on, but know that no amount of support can fill an empty soul, and having any kind of thoughts about them is just a complete waste of your time. This is a chance for you to release this person's energy. Know that the bondage that you have with this person is voluntary because their power is misaligned. So focus on your beautiful sacral chakra. Whenever I get the devil, I think of Rahu. Rahu is here to basically tempt us and make us feel like we're trapped. We either have to act or be a part of something that isn't really our karma or our homework, so to speak. Okay. So move away from this particular drama, this person, this unbalanced energy. If you look at the star reversed, he's made threats to be, but I claim protection for myself and my family. Okay, that's excellent. Protect yourself. That is one of the most important things that you can do, and set those beautiful boundaries, because when you're in around the devil, this is a person who puts the material above the physical. They put their desires above the most basic needs of their children, their family members, their own safety, their health. It's someone who's usually addicted and acting out. Okay, so stay away from that energy and you are going to be okay, my dear. All right, the reason I say that is once you set those beautiful boundaries, what you're doing, you are protecting yourself and your family. I got the Six of Wands and it came up upright. So what does that mean? She's in this particular deck, she's standing on a stage. She's being rewarded. All of the lights are on her, and she's getting a laurel wreath put on her head. This is all about public victory and recognition, applause, approval, endorsements, adjustments. This is a beautiful card. You are going to get recognition and success as a mother in your children's lives. Okay. It's hard when you're co-parenting. I completely agree with you. But the more you let this person into your mental space, into your head, the more they'll be able to manipulate you. All right. Focus on that solar plexus. That's what helps us tap into our courage, develop boundaries. And, one of the best things that I've seen work on devil-like personalities is it's a technique my therapist taught me. It's called gray rock. You don't give them any emotional or mental attention. They say something horrible. This is an example. A friend of mine, she's literally watering the grass in her lawn. And the father shows up to the house. And he starts basically cursing her out, calling her every name in the book. You're this, you're that. She knows he's been saying this to her children for the past 2 days because he had them on the weekend. They come in, they are dirty. He hasn't bathed them. He just probably dropped them off at a friend's house because he's using the custody to, upset her. The kids go into the house and she's just watering the lawn and he's just going on and on and on and on. You're this, you're that, blah, blah, blah. She just continues to water the lawn and doesn't give him a second notice. He gets frustrated, gets in the car and leaves. He tries this a couple more times and then he just starts dropping off the kids. And then he stops taking the kids altogether and it all worked out. So do not put your energy into this person. You use gray rock often. He's so triggering. Yeah, he's the devil in your life, honey. He's your Rahu. Uh, he's there to try to get you to lose your temper, to lose your mental state, to test you. You know, whenever I see this, it reminds me of who you're becoming to strengthen your resolve. Because here's what happens to these souls. They go against a spiritual gauntlet, so to speak. And you will be standing in the spotlight of divine light at the end of this birth as a good mother and protector of your children. And he will be cast into the lower realms to pay for what he did so that he doesn't come back and do it again. Okay. That's just the Vedic philosophy. That's just kind of what we believe. Now, this is what they want you to focus on. I got, and this is from the Mahabharata Oracle, the beauty card. What does the beauty card represent? It represents self-care. It represents you taking care of you. Now, am I still frozen, guys? Because I'm just like, this is ridiculous. I apologize. Salama, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and get your question in. So I got the beauty card. The beauty card is all about beautifying your environment, beautifying yourself. This could be like going and getting your nails done, getting your hair done, doing things that make you feel really, really good about yourself, okay? This is like she's hugging herself. She's giving herself self-care. She's doing beautiful things to her apartment, her hair, whatever makes you feel like a queen. You do that for you. Take out that time for self-care. Make yourself look beautiful. Be your own thirst trap, okay? And so every time he comes and he starts all this crud, you just gray rock the hell out of him and you don't give him the time of day. He will find another woman to do this to. I guarantee it from my own experience. Okay, so you do you. Focus on beautifying yourself, your environment, your world, and don't give this guy the time of day. My first marriage was like this. My first fiance was like this. I attracted a lot of narcissistic guys that just looked at me and tried to pick apart everything I was in my early 20s. And you eventually just have to just say, you know what, go away. No, I am my own person. I have my own autonomy, and I'm here to protect my children and my sovereignty. And you don't give them that, okay, sweetie? And let me show you the two other cards that I got for you now that I'm back on. Here's the victory card. That's you, my dear. It even looks like you. Look at that. That's you standing on stage and the divine literally going, you go, girl. Look what you conquered. This guy. Okay? You did it. All right? So you just keep on keeping on and you are going to be okay. And do not let this person in your head, in your dreams, know that they are just creating illusions. They're telling you things that aren't true about yourself and your kids. And they're doing this because they are a false authority in your life. All right, sweetie? You're so welcome. You can do so much better just based on those cards, especially when I get the victory card. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. Okay, Maria Scorpio, good to see you. All right, go ahead and ask your question and I'll put you in line. Oh, thank you, Miss Myrita. I'm so glad I'm back. Okay, hopefully the internet will stick with us. Okay, blessings to you, Andrea. All right, Miss Sybil, what does Spirit have for me? Thank you. You are welcome. All right. Spirit have for you. Now, Sybil, are you thinking about taking a trip? I'm kind of curious because I did get a card that points toward that. Oh, thank you, Andrea. I appreciate that very much. And you as well. You are a light into your children's life and you are their protector. And I'm so glad that they have you, honey. Okay, because in protecting yourself, you're protecting them, and that's pretty freaking awesome. Okay. Miss Sybil. Ooh. Okay, Miss Sybil. I got some interesting cards for you. I asked if you were going on any kind of trip or planning on doing anything, and I got the 9th house. Now, this is the house of long distance travel. Okay, so I asked a little bit about what was going on, and I got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So you might have come into some issues. Okay. Oh, hi Odin. Good to see you, honey. Oh. So the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So if you came across something recently that just kind of put you in the dumps, what they're saying to get out of this slump is to find some of your best friends, the people that you feel really good around, and have yourself a party. It could be anything from like just getting some pizza and Netflix and hanging out and doing each other's nails. We still do that. It's fun. Like I even do Jonathan's nails, of course, with clear nail polish, and I do his feet and everything. But just like watching a movie, doing something fun, or going out, having a little fun, doing something interesting. Spring is coming. This is a great time to hike, go out to the park. If you have any pets, bring the pets, things like that. Go on a picnic, something fun. Get your girlfriends together, your friends together, and have yourself a good freaking time. That's what they want you to do. Okay. Another thing they want you to do to just kind of feel a little more grounded this month is I got the shelter card from the Mahabharata. Now, this is a great card because uh, it represents basically turning our environment, our world into a place that feels like home. Okay. So the Pandavas in the Mahabharata, they went through a long ordeal and they were out in the woods and homeless. And so basically, what happened was support came to their aid in the form of a king that said, hey, you can come and stay in my forest, stay in my lands, and rest. So refuge appears when your endurance has been stretched a little thin, and rest is not weakness, it's preparation. So they want you to rest. They want you to have some fun with friends, have a good laugh, maybe just put a comedy on and hang out with they're showing me a lot of like laughter, a lot of good times that need to come your way. Okay, so know that your emotional safety, it will become your priority. So I get the home card, I get the having fun. So find comfort in having people over, and that's really going to help your body and your nervous system restore. Okay, healing occurs when you allow yourself to stop pushing, take a break, and have a little fun. So shelter appears when your soul needs to breathe, and the Three of Cups appears when your soul needs to laugh. Okay, so those are the things that I would recommend, especially if you've had some recent upsets coming your way. Okay, it'll help you reset, recalibrate, and rethink where you want to be. Okay. Oh gosh, am I frozen again, you guys? I'm so sorry. Geez, some pizza. Okay. So, oh, Miss Myrita, thank you, dear. Yeah, it is frozen, Eduardo. And yes, I love Jesus too, Eduardo. Thank you for sending his love my way. He's on my altar. Oh gosh, I love him so much. Oh, okay. So I'm in Jupiter Rahu. Congratulations. And my Dasha Sunday is coming up. Oh, on April 30th, May 1st-ish. I feel insecure, hoping for some words of wisdom. Okay, I'm going to pull up your chart because I have it. All right, Miss Marita. Here you are. Okay. Go down a level here. You are in Jupiter Rahu, okay? You are in Jupiter Rahu, Saturn. Okay, so you're dealing with a little bit of Shani energy. Saturn's in your 4th house, so there's a tertiary vibe there. Rahu's in your 12th house, so that might be having you think a lot about spirituality. And then, and by the way, karma yoga is spirituality, Miss Myrita. So that is a very good thing to have. So let me actually get my my nakshatra book, and I'll actually tell you exactly what the dasha timing is for you, the tertiary energy going on. I love Jupiter Mahadasha. It's really great. And your Jupiter is in that beautiful 4th house with Shani. So that's a good place to be there. Let's see. So Jupiter, Rahu. Let's see. Saturn. Okay. Okay. Watch your dream state because Rahu is in that 12th house, especially if you're having nightmares. Okay. Let's see. Really watch your health during this time because your health can deteriorate if you're not paying good and close attention to it. Okay, that's an important thing to look at. So Saturn and Jupiter, they rule the nephral system, kidneys, things like that. So you'll want to definitely make sure that you're drinking enough water, doing things like that. Let me pull some cards for you as well, my dear. So you can get a good idea of what's coming for you in addition to that. So, and your Jupiter is in Vishaka, which is neutral, and he moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 houses. So, good time to really focus on your spirituality because he moves 9 houses in your Navamsha. He moves 10 into your Dasamsha. So, this is a time to focus on your karma yoga, the things that you are doing at work, but make sure that you're not overworking yourself and looking after your health. That's the main thing that I see with this, because Rahu can cause overwork and things too. Okay. Okay, and I'm sorry for being frozen, you guys. My gosh. He is aspecting your 4th house. Yeah. Okay. You got it, girl. All right, so I'm going to pull a couple of cards to kind of help you through this energy as well. And your Rahu is in a Deva Shakti-amsha, so you do have the support of the Devas helping you. So that's good. Let's see. And your Jupiter has 3 divisions on it, auspicious. So you've got some good energy there too. So you do have help from the divine, which is good. All right, so the main energy that I got in and around for your situation, my dear, is I got the Ace of Swords. Okay, good. Focus on your health. Don't overwork, because Rahu can do that. So Ace of Swords. This is all about concentration, brilliance. It's finding purpose through clarity. There might be some breakthroughs that come through during this time, so that's good. Now this particular card rules the throat chakra. So know that in speaking your truth and standing up for your, mental, emotional, and physical health, you're gonna be okay. Okay. Let me go to my Mahabharata, see if it has anything to say as well. Okay, I got the patience card. Okay, so it's important that you practice patience during this particular transit. There are some things that may be very promising, especially on the horizon, but you're kind of in a period of waiting. Okay, so patience is needed before you start achieving those beautiful goals. So practice patience in your career, your financial situation, and know the windfall will eventually come for you. And when it comes to your health, just really focus on wellness routines and structures. Avoid overwork, and know that patience does have great rewards for you. Okay, that's the main thing that I have. All right, sweetie. And the 4th house also rules the heart space. So if you're thinking about love or things like that, know that in being patient, you'll attract the right person at the right time just for you. Okay. I feel in limbo in my gut. I'm trying to be grounded and remembering Ayurveda. Oh, that's wonderful. That's great. It makes me happy, my Rita. So you're right on track there. Okay. I hope that was helpful, dear. And I'm again, guys, I'm so sorry for the crazy frozen energy. I'm trying to work it out over here too. Okay. All right. So our next lovely question, let's see here, is Rama. Are you here, Rama? Please check in. You guys need to be here to have your questions answered, okay? You guys can see the beautiful Mexico City behind me for those who are on mobile. Isn't that gorgeous? I live in the best place ever. We're on the 8th floor. I love it here. So, okay. All right. So, Rama, are you here? Please check in. And you're so welcome, dear. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. I wish you all the best. I'm at the end of my sati. Oh, the drama, my darling. Oh my gosh. We ever have a Jyotish meeting or something, I'll tell you. But it has been a lot. So yeah, my that axis was difficult, I'm telling you. So I know you finished yours, and so it gives me strength to know that mine's almost over. Okay, so I am not seeing the lovely Rama. We are going to move on to Miss Salama. Thank you for checking in, my dear. General reading for the month of April. You got it. Okay. Let's see. Now, are you still looking for work, Salama, or did you decide on one of the positions that you interviewed for? I'm actually curious about that. Ooh, okay, this is a very materially responsible month for you coming up. Okay. Let's see. What else is going on with Miss Sanana? Ooh, okay. Now we're getting a little. Okay. Yes, I'm searching, expecting an answer from 2 organizations. Excellent. Okay. All right. So I did get some energy in and around that. That's why I asked you, like, what was going on there. God willing, something may come. Okay. Excellent. I love that for you. Now, here's the main energy that I got in and around this. Okay. So whenever I get the whenever I get Capricorn, okay, my dear, this tells me that this is all about your goals, the day-to-day reality of life, really sticking to what works for you when it comes to being the most professional, grounded, earth-based personality you can be. Capricorn rules the 10th house of career. That's why I asked if you were working on something, okay? I got the 10 of Wands reversed, unfortunately. Okay, so what this tells me is that your efforts will be wasted unless you learn the lesson from the last job. What was that lesson? I got the 3 of Cups reversed. This is the bad satsang card. Satsang is good company. When we don't have good satsang, we can invite a lot of drama, a lot of gossip, a lot of blah. Okay, so when it comes to those 2 organizations, really try, if you can, to get a feel for the overall work environment, because you do not want to attract this energy again. Okay, these are people that like to gossip and cause problems and cliques and things like that. Okay, listen to your higher self. I got the Hierophant next. The Hierophant is all about relying on those beautiful morals, really looking at, who you are as a person in the world on an external moral level, okay, and paying attention to that. Then I got the 9 of Swords, but it came up reversed, okay? This is telling me that you will repeat the story from your last job if you refuse the lesson, okay? This is a lot of, how do I say this, trauma, attachment, avoidance of healing mental loops, okay? It causes a lot of anxiety. So you will get some relief if you realize that the people in and around your past work environments were lessons for all the following work environments that you're working into. And you must be as professional and grounded and without drama as possible in order to be successful at any job that comes your way, especially when we're moving into a time of, how do I say this? In my opinion, a time where a lot of narcissistic personalities and people that like to cause drama are being not only enabled, but celebrated. Don't feed into that stuff. Okay. So that's the main thing. What used to get people fired from their jobs is getting them hired, because, we don't have the best example from the top. Okay. Okay. Hey, Miss Barbara. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, dear. So I hope that was helpful, Salama. Whenever I get the 9 of Swords reversed, it tells me that there will be relief from the anxiety that you had at the last job if you don't give into that drama and you listen to your higher self. And if I froze, I'm going to go ahead and show you the cards again so that you have those, okay? This is all about listening to your higher self. You see how he's climbing the ladder? He's rising up. I got 10 of Wands. You're not going to be successful if you get into the drama of just bad company, okay? People that cause drama. Okay, dear? Okay, you're welcome. I hope that was helpful, dear. Okay, I'm going to see if we have any more questions coming in. And thank you all for being here tonight. It's so lovely to see you all. I appreciate your energy. And I hope that you're finding the readings helpful. We have been through so much astrologically that, oh my goodness, it's good that we have, community, and that we're searching for those little pockets of humanity and empathy and joy in our lives. Oh, okay. Go ahead and ask your question, Miss Barbara. And Maria, okay, let me find your question. Okay, let's see. Okay, and thank you for your compliment, Maria. That's very sweet of you. Okay, you're wondering if you could check on me and my ex Philip. Will there ever be a couple again? I miss him. There are 9 years a couple, but maybe I need to let go. My intuition is telling you to let go without even looking at the cards, okay? If you're not together, there's a reason for it. All right, it's easier to just move on from things that are no longer serving your highest good or purpose. Okay, and I'm not getting any cards. Let me see if I can go to my third deck here. Let's see. Okay, I finally got one. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Okay, so how do I say this gently? You are not remembering the past correctly when it comes to the type of relationship that you had with this person. I'm going to start with the main card that I got. I got the Page of Pentacles, but it came up reversed. This is someone who does not find the person appealing anymore. Okay. This is someone who is really bad with finances and being grounded and things like that. Okay. This was a learning phase for you. Your relationship with this person was so that you could learn not to be as, in my opinion, naive when it came to just coming into relationships like this. Okay. The reason I said you're not really remembering the past appropriately was I got the Six of Cups, but it came up reversed. Okay. What does this tell me? It tells me that there is some clarity and some discernment that need to be in here. You're stuck in the past. You're not remembering things correctly. There's a nostalgia there, and it's not based in reality. Okay, dear. So, oh yeah, sorry about the frozenness. Oh my goodness. It does hurt, but I'm just in pain. Well, whenever you think of this person and you're in pain, that's not a sign that you should be anywhere near their particular energy. Okay, because when we are dealing with this type of heartache, especially when it comes to these past relationships, it's important that we pay attention. Like, what was this person supposed to teach me? Oh, there go my cards. What was this person supposed to teach me? What was I supposed to learn from them? And I just got, my cards literally just fell. And this tells me that you have very scattered emotions in and around that person, and that emotionally, it's probably has you a little, it's got you a little thin, worn a little thin emotionally. Okay. So what I would do is focus on your own healing, focus on attracting a better energy your way, and really look into who you are and what you have to offer. Let me go ahead and pull a card for that. Beautiful. I got the Page of Pentacles upright. You can't make this up, and it's from another deck. I know you can't see it. I apologize. I'm glad that you guys can at least hear me. So my goodness, this energy. So basically what this tells me is that you are going to get your life right side up by not having anything to do with that past relationship. Okay. This is all about productivity, using your common sense, new projects, finding someone new who's physically appealing and better for you. Okay. How long will it feel for me to heal my gums? Okay, well, I'm going into the relationship right now. Okay, sweetie. So that's what I see for you. Okay, so really focus on trying to attract that another energy your way, because you may not be correctly seeing that person from a realistic lens. Okay. Okay. I hope that was helpful. And again, when I get that beautiful page of Pentacles reversed, and then I went to another deck and I got it upright for picking someone new, you want someone who finds you so appealing and so beautiful and so awesome that you don't question the relationship, okay? Because that's what you deserve, my friend. All right? Okay. All right. So let me just see what other comments are coming in. Let's see. I just received a finished copy of In the Company of Anton. It's been such a labor of love. Oh, congratulations, Barbara. I'm excited to hold it in my hand, and I wonder what insights my guides have to offer. Well, congratulations, Barbara. That's huge. And you said, and as a finished book, part 2. Exciting stuff. I love that. You're welcome, Maria. Sending you lots of love, honey. New love is on the horizon. It's fun, it's interesting, and it'll be totally into you. But move on from that past. It's not good for you. You deserve better, dear. Okay. It took me a few times, but I finally found a good one. So, honey, there he is if you're in the big screen. Hey! I got a good one, guys. It just took me a while. I had to find a lot of self-love in that process. Okay. So, okie dokie. So let's get some energy in and around this new book. Oh, I'm so excited, Barbara. I loved reading your blog. That was so, so good. Let me change my lighting so you guys can see me a little better here. I'll put it on maybe bright. Bright. That's a little better. I'm a little pink. I don't know why. But okay, here we go. The man behind the curtain. I know it's not easy, Maria. I'm telling you. Oh, Jonathan was my best friend for like years before I even went, huh, because I was going through a divorce from hell. And then when that was over, I didn't trust anybody. And so I just focused on me, myself and I, and my 3 little dogs. And then, about 5 years into it, I just decided one day, especially around COVID, that this guy was really cool. And it turns out he was also into me, and it was just like, wow. And we get along brilliantly, but we were friends for years before anything happened, because again, I was not in a place where I could trust. I was healing, but our relationship is built on the foundation of friendship and trust. And so, but that came from me taking that time and really focusing on my healing. And it was a really rough few years, but it was necessary. And now I'm in a much better relationship. And I wish the same for you, honey. Like, all the best. You want someone who is into you, who loves you for you, who's not only like your lover, but your best friend, someone that you can really trust, not only with your soul, but with your children and everything else. Okay, because the heart is it's a soft organ. We need to protect it. That's what the ribs are for. Ribs are boundaries. We gotta fly ya. We gotta fly ya. Okay. Barbara, oh, I'm so excited for you. Yeah, your blog reminded me of it reminded me of a book by Dominique Christina, and she does, it's called Women's Work, and it's a whole workbook. And you might want to do a workbook like she did, because I read your blogs and I just went, this is so great. Like, she could totally turn this into a workshop for like empowering women and things like that. So that's just what came to my mind as I read it. It could be a workshop, a class, something like that, because people really are craving that one-on-one kind of attention too. Okay, so let's see here. Now, let's see. You're welcome to share your blog in the chat if you like, Barbara. Yeah, I think I have it here. Let me see if I can grab it here. Yes, I do. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put her blog in the chat, and you guys can check it out. It's really good. There it is. Okay. All right. So, the main energy that I got, and hopefully I'm not frozen. Jonathan's checking for me. The main energy that I got in and around this is that it's important that you protect your work from, how do I say this? From a more negative toxic. I call this the toxic masculine card. Okay, I got the King of Cups, but he came up reversed. So this is when he's upright, he could be a healer, a counselor, things like that. This is what I think you're helping women with. This is a controlling, manipulative guy. He has very negative impulses. He's a very unauthentic partner. He's selfish. He's insecure. He brings a lot of power struggles and jealousy into relationships. Oh my goodness, are we dealing with this as a female collective right now? Because of the people that are in charge, they are giving people permission structures that are just insane. Okay. So then this is why I think you're going to be empowering women. Right after I got this really negative, toxic male emotional energy, which usually just comes from a place of pain, guys. I mean, it comes from unresolved trauma, not really dealing with doing your homework and dealing with your feelings. I got the Emperor. So this is authority, order, structure, stabilized power. You can create an institutional, like, fortified system that helps women achieve through their own power, their benevolence, they step into their own leadership and charisma, be the emperor of their lives, especially when they're around this toxic kind of authoritative energy. So if they're dealing with, men around control issues and tyranny and insecurity and just emotional, insecurity and things like that, you can bring more stability and law and order into their lives just through your own perspective on what the divine feminine is and what her sovereignty represents. Okay. So then I got the Six of Pentacles. Now it fell out of the deck, so I don't know if this was upside down or right side up, but this is all about a balanced exchange. So make sure that you are empowering people on both sides, that there is a mutual exchange, a healthy reciprocity going on. Um, know that you are teaching women that unethical behavior and people who in and around them that focus too much on material gratification instead of soul purpose is so important. This is also making sure that you're not giving charity to the wrong people as well. If it came up upside down, but it flew out of the deck and onto the floor. Um, so what this tells me is just make sure that there's no karmic imbalances in what you're doing, and because you're dealing a lot with emotional debt and karma of other people. Okay. Now, this is what's going to happen when you start opening yourself up, especially to people that are hurting and in need of that beautiful direction. I went to my Mahabharata oracle and I got the impartiality card. This is Balarama. He appears when neutrality becomes wisdom. Now, I don't know if you can see the card or not, or if I'm still frozen, but he's tilling a field, a garden of food, and behind him is a massive war going on. So this card advises non-involvement, especially when people bring really hard truths and issues to you. Not every battle is yours to fight. Stay true to your expertise, and you can help them preserve energy and peace on their own. They need to do their own homework. They need to fight their own battles. Okay. I learned this very early in my tarot and oracle card reading career, as well as my astrology career, especially when it came to female colleagues. A female colleague would come to me. She was in a domestic violence situation. I would actually provide money and resources to women and support. And that ended up backfiring every single time. Like, I just got cooked. Like, these men would stalk me. They would end up with the money every single time that I would send her to get out of the situation. The guy would end up with the money. Um, the it was not good. So when you start helping women step into their sovereignty, step into that beautiful divine feminine energy, you let them do the work and you stand outside as a practitioner. Okay. Build very firm boundaries, step back from the drama, and know that your emotional neutrality will restore harmony in their lives. That's all you have to do. So decline any roles or conflicts outside of your expertise, especially legal, and you just focus on what you do best, which is empowering women through your words and through your vision. And when you stay grounded, you'll be able to much better help them restore balance in their own lives. Okay. So peace grows where that beautiful neutrality is restored. Okay. So that's the main energy I got in and around this book. I think it can turn into a workshop. It's definitely going to attract certain personalities your way that you're going to have to set immediate boundaries with, because they are going to bring the toxic masculine into the dynamic. And as someone who has been through that, oh my gosh, it is. I've had stalkers. I've had people get into bank accounts. I don't even know how they did it. I, had them shut down social media channels. These guys are relentless. Okay. So know that comes with the territory. When you are dealing with these reverse kings of cups and you're helping women take back their power, step into that emperor energy, and you're doing all of this beautiful work in this philanthropy, you can attract the monsters. Okay. Remain as balanced and impartial as possible. It's the main that I got for you. You're the middle, but don't get in the middle of two fighting dogs. That's the main advice that I would give you, because when I was going through Saturn, Ketu, Saturn represents the karmic teacher, Ketu represents past lives. And I was going through the height of my Sadhisati, which is Saturn going over my moon at the same time. I dealt with, was it 8 domestic abusers, 8. It was bad. It was like they all came at once, because I've been doing this for, God, since 2001 with the astrology, and since 2013 with the tarot. So I had a lot of clients, and apparently they just they all got into, like, a few of them got into relationships that were just like, so it was really interesting. So definitely set those boundaries. And that goes for men too, because this can be either gender. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, and thank you, Steph. It's lovely to see you. And then walk in the middle. I should say not good or not bad, left or right. Exactly. You want to be balanced. And it's important that you are a mediator. You are not literally putting yourself in the middle of people's problems. And you will be tested in this area as an empath. I'm just letting you know, especially when things get intense and they really start to feel like, I can do this, but they want you to do it for them. Don't get involved. Like, you can always tell when they want you to do it for them when they, how do I say this? When they start to make you feel uncomfortable with your own professional boundaries, if that makes sense. Again, I had to learn this in my early 20s, and then again in my late 30s, early 40s, and it was a mess. And again, the first time was clients, and I'm like, oh, definitely set boundaries there. The second time was actually colleagues and friends, and I'm just like, okay, set boundaries there too. So it's important. Okay. I hope you guys are doing well. Oh, Steph Squires, yeah, you are a beautiful person. Don't think anything less of yourself. Okay, sweetheart. All right. Well, that is all the questions that we have for tonight. We're a little over an hour in, but I just want to send you guys tons of love and light, especially as we move into next week. I'm going to be coming in about half an hour early. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to be coming in about half an hour early next week to give April's forecast by sign. Okay, so you'll definitely want to miss that. And I'm going to have Gerald on with me. So yay, we're going to be laughing our butts off because he's so funny, you guys. So and he's entertaining, and he's a great reader. So I hope you guys can join us next week, same time. I am going to be half an hour early so that I can give you guys all of your astrology forecasts so that you're armed and ready for April. Okay, my dear? Oh, did I skip you some, Patience? Oh, you reposted. Okay, I will get to you, darling. Let me find your question. You reposted. Okay, my dear. Let me find you. Let me find you. All right. Twice, haha. Okay. I'll get to you, my dear. Oh my goodness. some patients. Okay, I see a little there. Oh, what should I focus on this week for surgery during the healing and recovery period? Thank you. I was trying to troubleshoot behind the scenes, so I appreciate you for letting me know, some patients. Okay, so let me get to your question. All right. Surgery and during the healing recovery period. That's a great question. I'm glad that it's built around self-care. That makes me happy. Oh, I love the card I got for you from Karma Cards. This is perfect for you. Yay. Okay, let's go to another bit here. Okay. Interesting. Why are you coming up? Why are you coming? Okay, so whenever I get this, I'm always like, okay. So basically, the first card I got was the home card. Not perfect. Staying at home, really focusing on your what is it? What is it when I start the reading, it freezes? What the freaking heck? That is so weird. It's like I put a card up and it decides to freeze me. I'm so sorry that you guys can't see this, you guys. This is just spirit having a little fun. Okay, so I got the fourth house from the Karma cards. This is all about your home base, doing what makes you feel secure, doing things in and around your home. It could be ambulatory equipment. It can be things that really make you feel supported. Okay, so if there's anything that needs to be installed in the house, something like that, that is fully, fully supported. Okay. Making your house your sanctuary, staying home, taking care of yourself, doing as much as you can to stabilize your environment. The home is also the heart. Okay. Now, then I got the devil, and I'm like, whoa, what's he in here? Okay. What's this devil coming up on some patients? Pain becomes power when victimhood is rewarded. So this is someone in your life that's going, I'm a victim and you have to help me. They're emotionally manipulating you because they have codependency problems and they're in some kind of energetic bondage. Okay, so avoid this person. Okay, they are kind of twisting your beautiful heart and trying to get you to do things that you're not quite ready to do yourself because, darling, you just went through it. Okay, I don't know very many people who have survived what you've survived and been this positive about it. You're really, and you're a very inspiring person, some patients. Okay, that's just my opinion. So the number one thing they do want you focusing on, so beware that devil girl. Okay, I got the Three of Pentacles. Okay, this is about skill. It's about collaboration. It's about status. And you said fourth house is my quad, sun, moon, Mercury, Venus. Oh my goodness. Wow. So basically what I got was that really teamwork is going to be really important. This could be through your, oh my goodness, if you're going to do any physical therapy, I'm not quite sure if you're ready yet. I know that they're saying your shoulder's healing really fast. But anything that you can do with the experts, with the people that are that are there to kind of help you recover, working with them and focusing on your recovery, as well as people who they're a team with you. They're not trying to create a codependent bond with you. Okay. They are literally in your life to help and to work with you. All right. They're not there to take advantage of you or your beautiful heart. These are people that you can rely on. So like when you're running that race and you go to pass the baton, there is a hand there ready to take it so that you don't have to run the rest of that race by yourself. Okay. So that is kind of the lesson through this. I found that when people go through major physical trauma, it's the divine trying to get their attention with something. Like I did not injure all four limbs, but I did shatter my leg in 2009. I had to get my tendons replaced. My bones were broken. It was a fissure that went straight up my leg bone. And so all the way up to my knee, and they thought they'd have to amputate. And so I did have a very serious injury. And I found out who had my back and who didn't during those times. And I also found out what was going on in my house, which was like, okay. So it actually resulted in me finding out that I had been in a really toxic relationship with someone who was taking advantage of me. And that everything that they had told me was a lie. But if I hadn't been forced to literally stop my marathon running through that injury, and because I was also working 2 jobs, I would not have seen what was going on because I was out of the house all the time. I was working all the time. And I found out that everything about this person that I was married to was a lie. So it kind of tells you what's going on when it comes to your friendships, when it comes to your collaborations, when it comes to who truly has your back. And you don't want to attract people, especially when you're down, who add more to your scale. Okay? So that's the main energy that I got for you. Is this helping you grow those beautiful boundaries? Okay, and I apologize if I'm still frozen. My gosh, you guys. Okay. And you said no more towers. I love that. Okay. So, oh my gosh, it's interesting that as soon as I put the cards down, the freaking thing comes back. This is definitely spirit having a little bit more fun. Yes, no more towers. I did not pull the tower for you, my dear. And then, yeah, we are going to go ahead and close out, Steph. But I really appreciate you coming in and joining us, honey. And I wish you the absolute best in your journey. They are saying meditate a little more. That'll help you see reality. Okay, my dear. Meditating, especially between 4 and 6 in the morning, will help you see you and your situation with more clarity. It might bring back some past life regressions and help you deal with any trauma coming from your experience as a person in this insane world that we're living in. Okay, that's what I do in the morning. We all carry around trauma from our family, from our identities, from our past, and sometimes what we need is to just quiet the mind, get all of those thoughts out, and let spirit in to guide us and show us our true, beautiful, and authentic self, because you are none of the things that you say you are. You are a beautiful soul. Okay, when you look in the mirror, you should see that light shining back at you. Okay, my dear? All right. And you've noticed that too, Michelle? Okay, that's yeah, I'm telling you, it is a crazy complicated energy. Yeah, and it is very revealing. You find out who's got you. You know, my ex used to just leave me places. Just leave me places and then forget about me. And I'd have to like call people to come get me. I remember one of my guy friends who I used to do trivia with. We had trivia nights because I was a teacher. And he just yelled at him and went, "How can you do this to your wife?" It was like, you just leave her places. Like, with you, he goes, "I wouldn't do this with my dog." Like, what's it was crazy. And I got to see stuff that was going on at home and behind the scenes that was just like, this is not what's been going on and what I thought was going on. So it was very revealing. Yeah. And you're so welcome. And namaste to you. Oh, yes. The cards, I guess the cards freeze it. Yeah, maybe it's that, Venus. Oh, my gosh. I'm not going to have any shorts this week, so I hope you guys took notes. So I hope you guys are just going to have the best week ever. Again, know that I'm going to be on a little early next week with all of those April transits. If you can't make it, there's always the replay, okay? So I'm sending you all love as you go into this week, and know that you are all beautiful, divine goddesses and gods, but the divine is in every single one of us, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Love. Sending blessings, you guys. Take care and happy Navaratri, the return of Goddess and Light. Yay!
Sacred knowledge from the stars. Vedic truth heals ancient scars. Mantras clear the karmic way, bringing light to